In the shop today we got a Suzuki LT230 and
230S.
230S, okay. And it's in pretty rough shape. A lot of the body panels are missing off of it. Broken, seats tore up pretty bad. It supposedly runs. We'll see about that. We're going to get the seat off of it, get the tank off of it, get it cleaned out really good, check the carburetor out, and we'll see if we can get it running before I do anything to it. Let's see what we can do with it. We got the seat off of it, and the plastics are pretty much not any good, so I don't think we're going to need any of that. Okay. I don't know how the tank goes on there, but it doesn't look like it's on there very good. See if we can get that off of there. We got a lot of the non-essential stuff off of it now, but a lot of the broken stuff. Alex, take that tank off of there now. Let's see what we can do with it. Alright, as you can tell, we've got the Suzuki four-wheeler kind of stripped down. Got the gas tank off of it, what was left of the plastics off of it. I'm doing kind of just a preliminary check on what's wrong with it. This rear end piece, let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit. Has a whole lot of play in it, so probably going to end up having to fix that. And if you look here at the tie rod ends, especially this one over here, you can see it flopping back and forth. So it needs some attention. And I've got the carburetor off of it. It needs a rebuild kit done to it. And this sprocket right here is in pretty rough shape. It's missing a tooth right there. Some of the other ones are kind of bent. Got quite a bit of wear to them, but this is like a, I don't know, like an 89 model, something like that. So it's pretty old. But I'm gonna see if I can get it fired up. Probably just spray some carburetor cleaner in there and just see if it'll fire anyway. But let me set you on the stand. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire. Speaking of fire, that's a good sign. So anyway, it will run once I get the carburetor on there. Hopefully. So let's see if it will. Alright, we got the Suzuki four-wheeler back in the shop again, and I got the carburetor rebuild kit for it, but I don't want to leave it looking this rough. So I think we're getting ready to take it apart as much as we need to get some paint on it. And then we've got a few things we've got to fix as we put it back together. So we're going to get started on taking it on apart.
I'm checking my handle a bit too much.
This was the headlight that was on there, and this was the mount. And the mount's all bent up. I don't want to use this big old honking light. I'll try to get a small LED light for it. So this is going in scrap metal. Here, let me hold it. You turn it out there.
Okay.
Go. You got it. Head and back. As you can tell, we got it tore down pretty far. And we got the rear end piece off, and no indication of ever having a bearing inside of here. The only thing that was in there is that. It was a spacer, I guess, to hold bearings in place, but no indication there was ever any bearings even in there. So I'm going to have to get bearings to fit this bolt and to fit inside of here, because the rear end was flopping all over the place. I know the sprocket on the motor's got to be replaced. But once I get this tore down as far as I'm going to get it tore down, we'll clean it up real good and hit it with some spray paint. But it looks like I'm going to have to order some bearings, brake pads, and a couple other things. So let me get all that stuff ordered, and we'll get this the rest of the way apart and get some paint put on at least this part of it. DJ comes in and helps me some in the shop, don't you? Occasionally, right? Do you like to come in? Do you like to come in and help me? Do you? Do you like to come in and help me? I need to teach you how to hand me tools and stuff. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Would that be cool for you to teach me how to pick up tools and bring them to me? So you know what they are? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Rosie likes to come in sometime too, but she mostly just likes to dig around in the gravel in the shed. She used to come in and help me out a whole lot. Right. I know DJ's jealous. DJ's really jealous. He doesn't like for me to pet on Rosie. She got to get her turn too. Yep. As you can see, we got it tore down quite a bit. Got the motor sitting out of it. Wheels and tires laying off of it. Here's the rear end piece over here. We got a lot of sanding, a lot of wire brushing, a lot of pressure washing and cleaning to do before we can start spraying some paint back on here. So I'm hoping we can start doing that pretty soon. Let's get the wire brushing. Well, it's a mess in the shop right now. There's the back end of the four-wheeler. Here's parts and pieces and tools of the four-wheeler laying all over the place. Told you it was a mess. There's the motor. All over everywhere. If we go out here, started painting some of the parts, except for the leaf. Some of the parts. Some guys hang deer up in their trees. I hang four-wheeler frames up in the trees. Started getting some paint on it. Not finished yet. But I got it tore down about as far as I could tear it down, or needed to tear it down. I'm trying to get some paint on it. Slowly but surely it's starting to come back together. Got the tires back on it, got the motor back in it. Fixing to start putting the wiring harness back on it. Hope I can remember how that goes, because that's going to be a little bit of a trick. Let's continue. As you see, the Suzuki four-wheeler behind me is still not finished. This video spanned several months. I just worked on it here and there, a little bit at a time. But be on the lookout for future videos of getting this thing put together and hopefully doing some riding on it. But thanks for watching Kevin's Creations.